South African consumers will have a little financial relief for the next few months. The Reserve Bank slashed interest rates by 25 basis points yesterday. 5 of the 6 members were in favour of the cut. One was hoping for a 50 basis point cut. Business reporter Ntokozo Khumalo has more on that story, as well as progress in the central bank's inflation target review.
A small but much welcomed relief for consumers. The South African Reserve Bank slashed interest rates by 25 basis points, with 5 members agreeing on the cut, while one wanted a 50 basis point cut. However, Deputy Governor Rashad Kassim says while it's hard to talk about a cycle of restrictions or easing, the SARB has hit a neutral zone.
The risks we faced, our aim was to be less restrictive. And I think we're now more or less at this neutral zone.
Governor Lesetja Kganyago added that the Reserve Bank has engaged extensively with National Treasury to review inflation targets that he says are too high and too wide. This is in a bid to build a long-term cap on high inflation and interest rates.
A lower target will bring structurally lower interest rates. If you get it. So it will lock in lower interest rates going forward. And South Africa would be a low inflation, low interest rate country.
Deputy Governor Chris Lowveld says progress being made by initiatives such as Operation Vulindlela is starting to yield some results to spur on the economic growth needed to create jobs sustainably.
We're confident that these sets of reforms are going to generate stronger growth. Having said that, we've seen some pretty bad GDP outcomes in recent quarters, and we would like to see much stronger private sector investment on the back of the OVU reforms.
Nedbank's Marketing and Corporate Affairs Executive, Kensani Nobanda, encourages consumers to make the most of the cut.
Start off with paying off your debt, because once you do that, I think you open up your income to much more things that give you flexibility, like investments and savings and all of that and stuff. So I would start there.
And consider some old school saving and investment methods as well.
Things like group savings, stokvels, things that potentially right now people maybe think are old school. I think, women should continue to do that.
For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Ntokozo Khumalo in Pretoria.